you're a zero. You're bankrupt. But if you dovetail what you have in Krishna's service, you become very wealthy. So service is a very natural state for the living entity because everyone is serving. No matter who you are, you're serving. You're either serving yourself or you're serving your desires to enjoy, or you're serving others, yes. Like, for example, the mother serves the child. And this is an example of selfless service. You don't expect anything in return. And this is the way we should take up our service to Prabhupada and Krishna, selflessly, not personally motivated, because service is the constitutional position of the living entity. Service to Krishna is our natural position, and everything else that we do will result in frustration. You think you'll be happy, but you might be disappointed because it's not on the transcendental platform. And this is a science. You know, the word science, it comes from the Latin scio, means to know. But is real knowledge of how to build a faster car? Is it knowledge to build a bigger building, or or to make millions of dollars and then have to give it up at the time of death? No, that is not real knowledge. Real knowledge is based on transcendental understanding that we are Sat, Chit, Ananda, not Asat, Achit, and Nirananda. That's ignorance, and that's what's going on. In this material world, people have no knowledge of their position as eternal servants of God. In fact, when they go to university, they learn everything else but that. And Prabhupada said that these modern educational systems that we go through are slaughterhouses. What a serious statement. Slaughterhouse. It kills you. And you have no idea of the purpose of life. You're confused, very bewildered. Actually, it's pathetic. It is totally pathetic. You know, I live in a city here in Hamilton of about 700,000 people. And I get a chance to walk around. I've been in this neighborhood actually for over 50 years. One neighborhood. So I walk around. we had our first center around this corner from where I live now on Cumberland. It's just a matter of 2 blocks from my house here. So it's really a lot of memories of us going out on Sankirtan every day. We used to live the house with Bhakta Bob. I'd leave the house with our group, and we'd go down the street. We'd chant all the way downtown. We'd chant down the neighborhoods to the people in the houses. And we'd go downtown and we'd chant for 4 or 5 hours downtown. We were quite hardcore serious. Of course, we had nothing, but service was there. So when we're engaged in devotional service, we're getting the highest benefit. Anything else is futile, useless. Now we have to look at our lives and see, what are we doing every day to serve Prabhupada? And you have to get some guidance from other devotees on what you can do. Don't be independent in your own life of selfish pursuits. That's what most people are. Most people do not want to work with other people. They're narcissistic. They really are. And we see it all the time. There's very few people that are interested in trying to find a way that they can increase or improve their service to the spiritual master. We have services. We have books that we're producing. We have classes that we're producing. We have people that are constantly asking questions and looking for answers. So we're engaged. There's lots of service that can be done. It's a different type of service. We have even a few buildings that are looking for people that can work in those buildings, like in Oroville. Ron Singh has a building there. Yeah, he's prepared to accommodate people there and help them if they want, if they're in that situation. But most people are narcissistic. It's all about them. They're trying to show how smart they are. Look at how smart I am. Look at how good looking I am. Look at how wealthy I am. Look at how famous I am. This is all Maya, complete Maya. And how to get out of it, it's not easy. Because Krishna is protected by Maya. Those that are deluded to think, I am the body, I'm important, I'm eternal. We're not. We're not any of those. We're Sat, we're eternal. We're Chit, full of knowledge. Ananda, we're blissful. It's hard to feel it. I know that. I very rarely, people ask me, are you going to have a good day today? Eh? You going to have a good day? That's Canadian. That's a Canadian expression. Good day, eh? What does that mean? Have a good day. What does it really mean? If you're not engaged in Krishna consciousness, if you don't have any transcendental service, what's your good day comprised of? A good vegetarian meal? Some of my friends, that's all they talk about. Well, I had organic food today. Huh? Wow. Gee, that's a big deal. So petty. People live petty, small, insignificant lives based on their own narcissistic behavior of false ego, identification with the material world. And Prabhupada was speaking about that in the Krishna book, that you can actually get out of this world, even while you're within the confines of it, but you have to become totally situated in pure devotional service to your spiritual master and to Krishna. And it was amazing. If you look at the life of Srila Prabhupada, when you really look at it, when you study it, a lot of people don't study it. They don't know it. They just speculate. The business of most people is to speculate, to talk. I see it all the time online. There's some guy online, he's a speculator, he's disgusting. He criticizes everything that we do, but it's all his own, in his own mental, concocted state of bewilderment. The mind can be your enemy or can elevate you. It depends how you dovetail it. But if you dovetail it properly by hearing transcendental knowledge from a bona fide source like Srila Prabhupada, you become fixed up in service. You have a service attitude. And everything that you do is based on pleasing your spiritual master and pleasing Krishna. And that is samadhi, trance. People say to me, oh, I'm going to go meditate. What are you going to do? Walk around and stare at the air? These people are clueless in Seattle. This modern world is an insane asylum. And if you think it isn't, that's your Maya. There is nothing here except the opportunity to get out of this state of confusion by following the process of devotional service as given by our spiritual master. And everything else will just, I'm going to finish up and we're going to go to another section. But people that support, this is just a comment, people that support bogus gurus are bogus disciples. That's a fact. And they are participating in a criminal act. Just like a person that is involved in a murder. Now, they may be involved, they may not commit the murder, but they hide the information from the police. They conceal the information from the police. They lie to the police. They're called an accessory to murder. These people that are taking up Krishna consciousness as getting a job with a guru because they can have food and shelter and maybe a car to drive and a salary. They're also accessories to this plot to destroy Prabhupada's movement. And they will also, along with their gurus, go to hell because they're helping them perpetrate this fraud to everybody. So this is not a joke. This is a very serious thing that we're talking about, and a misrepresentation of Prabhupada's role as a pure devotee, which was done in the Leelamrita most dramatically by one of our godbrothers for his personal purposes. This fellow in Gita Nagri can't even walk around now. He's so harassed by his own material circumstances, but he's still perpetrating some kind of fraud, and it's pathetic. And we're going to go to this review of the biography of Srila Prabhupada, unauthorized biography by this person. And we're going to expose in this next section of our program the fallacies and the indoctrination that they give to their members of their cult groups. Yashodanandana, go ahead.
Well, thank you for this. We are reading from the Leelamrita Review, section number 3, page number 20, towards the end of the review. First, with a quote from Srila Prabhupada from Canto number 4, chapter 21, text number 27. For example, Krishna comes like an ordinary human being. He comes as a devotee like Lord Chaitanya, or he sends his representative, the spiritual master or pure devotee. This is also the planned activity of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. When we carefully analyze what is being said here, Prabhupada is very tactfully, humbly saying that coming to the West was arranged by Krishna. It is the planned activity of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Summary review of Leelamrita. This is the conclusion. The Leelamrita did speculate erroneously about the emotions of His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. In the process, is as criticized His Divine Grace, though it tries to cover its subtle criticisms with a thin veneer of the mundanely presented greatness of his struggle through all the internal and external difficulties. We have heard that Srila Prabhupada may have sent letters discouraging a biography of stories about himself by any of his disciples. But if a biography were to be compiled, the Krishna consciousness movement could have simply printed statements from His Divine Grace about his own life, minus any misleading commentary. This could have assured the correct transcendental version of the activities and qualities of the topmost Paramahamsa devotee of the Lord. Some letters in Indian BTG articles written by His Divine Grace could have been included, and statements directly from Srila Prabhupada's books on the wonderful and totally transcendental activities and qualities of the pure devotee in his preaching pastimes would most definitely have made a shastric basis for such a project. As always, by simply repeating from Shastra in context the words of the liberated soul, it is easier to avoid harmful speculation. Prabhupada, then we have a quote from Srila Prabhupada himself from a Chaitanya Charitamrita, Antilila chapter 8, text 26. If one becomes an offender to the spiritual master or the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he falls down to the material platform to merely speculate. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadada Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Tomorrow, we'll start now, but we will be reading from a little article compiled in 1996 called Time, Place, and Circumstances, which describes the unique position of Srila Prabhupada and why Srila Prabhupada enacted certain policies and activities for his movement and his followers. We will start that tomorrow. I've sent it by email to a few of you. We'll be reading that tomorrow. Hare Krishna, back to you in the studio.
The way that Prabhupada sent instructions on how to conduct the affairs of his society through letters, thousands and thousands of letters. And they're very personal letters, and some of the letters, Yashodanandana, are very long. It's not that they're short little notes or convenient little responses. There are pages and pages. There's thousands of pages of direction, which are far different than the books that we're reading. They're more specific in terms of how we should conduct ourselves on every kind of level. So it's very comprehensive, the information that he has given us. It's not a small thing. And it's really a sad thing that a lot of people ignore that. They cherry pick different verses, different expressions from Srila Prabhupada, and to justify their Maya. There are thousands and thousands and thousands of letters of detailed information, how to conduct Krishna consciousness, but they ignore that. And you made a good point yesterday, Prabhu. You said, that you have to forensically, you have to study this information in detail in order to really understand Prabhupada's instructions and his direction. And a lot of these people don't, yet they get online and they start writing garbage from their stupid minds. They deserve whatever they're going to get. That's what they deserve. Dharma Bhavana in Dallas, Texas. Go ahead, please. Sorry not to give you a warning. Go ahead.
Right.
Microphone. Yeah, there you go.
All right, Krishna, thank you. Yeah. I'm in the kitchen here today. Just thought if it's okay, I kind of review some of my thoughts about the class today and really what happened with Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, how intelligent he was to arrange his movement and his mission in the same way. It's like when when Prabhupada came to America, it demonstrated how important it is to follow the order of one's spiritual master. I don't think Prabhupada ever told us, I'm going to America because I want to go, or the Western countries, but he was asked to go there. And then through all the translations with the dictaphone and devotees helping him, we could kind of understand what is the meaning of empowerment, how Prabhupada could present in the English language, somewhat of a different language for him, all the different concepts that were there from the six Goswamis and all the other great acharyas. And then it seemed like Lord Chaitanya arranged that Prabhupada did not have very many disciples who were liberated or who appeared to be liberated. And that way he had to continue this kind of convenience of the officiating Acharya program, which had been going on since roughly 69 or so. And then, and also it kind of helps us. Lord Chaitanya, it seemed like, wanted to really have Prabhupada to be glorified in the most amazing way, to show that a bona fide Acharya is not limited by time and place, that he can have these powers from wherever he's at to give people transcendental knowledge from, far, far away. There's just a few of my thoughts that because Prabhupada's physical body is not here, but we can see he has all these powers to give transcendental knowledge to all these new devotees and older devotees. That's all. Thank you, Haribo.
Well, that's the point of the Vani incarnation, that Prabhupada is living in sound. There's a difference between mundane sound and transcendental sound. The mundane sound has no value. It's like a newspaper. What's the value of the newspaper? Prabhupada would explain that. You throw the newspaper in the garbage. But transcendental knowledge is something that it's dynamic. It's not static. It has vitality in it. And just like we're reading today, and we've been going over the points of philosophy, we're not the body. Are you ever tired of hearing that? Some people, well, you say the same thing, you're not the body. Well, do you understand that you're not the body, or are you still confused that you're a Canadian or an American? Yeah, most people, it's layers and layers and layers of bewilderment, of confusion. And in order to get rid of it, it's a constant application of truth that will help us to have a solid approach to our use of time every day. We've got our friend in Texas, Amber Indy Bhaktin, who's coming up for initiation. Wanted her to maybe share some of her realizations on today's class. Hare Krishna.
Oh, there we go. Oh, Hare Krishna. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It
Go ahead.
it
Don't
seemed
worry.
very obvious to me for a long time that, this is what Srila Prabhupada wanted.
Yeah.
You see the instructions about this, and many, many, many times saying that sound and his books were more important than physical presence. It just seemed really obvious to me. And since I read so much, I was kind of contrasting this week
Uh-huh.
what has happened with with a couple of other organizations where the
Yeah.
founder, the guru, has left his body, has died. And one of them was interesting, like the Rajneesh Foundation after he died. I'm not saying he was a good guru or anything, it was just how did
No,
they handle
go
it
ahead. Go ahead. Yeah.
after he died. And it was interesting, the parallels to it, leading um disciples of his, claiming that, he had set things up and grabbing for resources and changing the names of things and minimizing him, um, to the point where they started taking down all of his pictures in the ashram in India. And I read a book by a Times of India journalist where the quote was, "Well, we want it to be a brand. People don't want to come and see pictures of some dead guy." And I thought, well, whoa, that you kind of see that in ISKCON too. And then with one that has been a lot more peaceful, which was Self-Realization Fellowship, Yogananda left in the 50s, And they have been, very quiet, and, every organization has problems, but they've been very successful in handling things. And I looked into them, and it was very clear after he left that there would be no successor. His teachings are the guru, and you read his books, you take lessons that he wrote, you talk to other members of the group that have more experience than you. And when you decide that this is for you, there's an initiation, and he is your guru. And there is no fighting about, oh, you have to have somebody who's living, or he's not really the teacher anymore because he's gone. And this has been going on since the 50s, very, relatively peacefully. So I thought that was a real interesting contrast. One group where they grabbed for things and started, minimizing their founder, and the other one where they said, no, he's, they followed, it sounded very much like what Srila Prabhupada wanted. And they've been very peaceful and very successful since then, with absolutely no arguing about who the Acharya for them is. So I thought that was very interesting and kind of applicable to what we were talking about.
Yeah, it's we talk about it on a regular basis that it's common in most organizations that there'll be a competition for taking over the leadership roles when the current leader passes away or leaves. And it's no different in the ISKCON group. Yeah, it's unfortunate. But it's simply Maya, that's all. I mean, it has nothing to do with our philosophy. We understand it, we study it, but our main focus is to stay focused on the process of chanting your rounds, of reading the books, of offering your food, and also trying to present it to other people, which is very difficult because most people don't listen. Even in your own family, probably most people around you don't listen. They don't care. Because Maya is not partial to anybody. It's everybody can be in Maya. But at the same time, we have to keep moving forward and doing our best. Yashodanandana, Prabhu, maybe you'd like to further comment, please.
Well, these were very interesting comments from Bhaktin Ember, because Prabhupada, this is a very difficult point to understand for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Now, if somebody is not involved in personal motivation issue, it's easy to understand. If somebody is contaminated by this personal ambition issue, then, or personal motivation issue, then it becomes a very difficult point to understand. We've discussed many times how Prabhupada used to preach that Vani, or the message of the spiritual master, is more important than Vapu. What we saw after Prabhupada departed is a new poisonous philosophy that their Vapu was now should be given more importance than Prabhupada's Vani. Or they would have the fruit and flowers and the Guru Puja and the official nice, so Prabhupada is the Guru, yeah. But in reality, they turned the whole society's process that had been introduced by Srila Prabhupada into a Vapu philosophy, attention on themselves. They never understood the philosophy. That's why they distorted everything. And it's still, the after effects of that very dangerous contamination are still being felt today. Now, for those, they can insulate themselves, just like being born in Canada in the winter. You don't go out in a t-shirt in the middle of February. You're going to get pretty cold. So you put some coats, a hat, a scarf, some gloves to protect yourself. In spiritual life, what is that protection? One, chant your rounds, chant the name of Krishna. Two, read Prabhupada's books, obviously the original, non-modified, non-adulterated books, and pray to Krishna. There is a solution to the problem. I mean, we see that there's people still today that are promoting falsehoods and misinterpretation on the internet. I saw that last week. Somebody launch a personal attack against my lowly self. Okay, fine, attack me. That's not going to solve the problem. That's not personal insults and personal attacks do not resolve philosophical and theological issues. That's called argumentum ad hominem. That's in Latin, that you attack the person instead of dealing with the philosophical issue. It's a method of debate, very low class, but it is a method of debate. The point is, to understand Prabhupada's teachings, one has to repeatedly go deep into Prabhupada's teachings, deeper and deeper. This is the teachings of Srila Prabhupada. This is the teachings of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada that they have got from Bhaktivinoda Thakur, from Vishwanath Chakrabarti Thakur, from Baladevi Bhusana. Simply what we have to do is apply it in our lives by chanting and hearing and trying to distribute the knowledge to others. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Yeah, it's simple for the simple, but difficult for the crooked. Everybody's got a way to rationalize what they do. That's basically how most people operate. They use rationalization or denial. And denial isn't a river in Africa either. The Nile, it's denial. They deny the reality because it doesn't suit their agenda. They have an agenda, a business. And I wanted to mention that to everyone today while we wind up the program here. It's very interesting in India how things work. Because there, people are poverty-stricken. There are so many people there, it's difficult. When you go to India, I've been to India 10 times, and you see that, of course, I was there when India was more simple, more agrarian-based. Now it's become this, imitation of the West type of society. But the fact of the matter is that people there are struggling to survive. So if you get a chance to get out of the village, you don't have a job, but someone comes along in a saffron robe and recruits you. Hey, guess what? I got a job for you. I got a job for you. You got a job for me? What's the qualification? Just accept this person as a guru with pink robes. Oh, okay, I think I will. And what will I get in return? Well, I'll give you a place to live. I'll give you new clothes. I'll give you food. I'll give you a salary even. And what do I want you to do? Well, I want you to go out and collect money for us because we're a charity and we're looking for people that can help us to raise money for what we want to do. Does it sound like that's the way it is? It is. It is that way. And we call it the guru business. That's what it is. And it's a very interesting way for a person to develop a company. You just recruit people and give them some opportunity to live. And then they go out and raise money for you, and you get 70,000 people going around collecting money. How much money do you think you're going to have? This is mundane. This is garbage. This movement has become a cult over there with a bunch of guru cults. It's pathetic. Simple for the simple, difficult for the crooked, or difficult for those who are motivated by personal ambition. And that's what's going on. So that's it for today. We want to thank you all for coming to the program today. I'm sorry we had some difficulties. With technology, it happens, but, we got it going and it's all right. And we'll be back tomorrow for Srimad Bhagavatam class from the Delhi Bhagavatams, and people are all excited about getting theirs, and we're going to send them to you as soon as we get them in our hands. And we want to thank everyone that's donated to our mission. And I see a lot of people are giving monthly donations. I've started giving $108 to the Hare Krishna Society to support our book distribution programs and our printing and our technology work like that. So if you're so motivated, you can consider donating for that process, for these projects that we have. And it'll be properly used. There are no salaries. There's no expense account. There's nothing like that. It's all specifically for preaching work and spreading the Sankirtan movement of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu according to Srila Prabhupada's instructions. Thank you, everyone. We'll move to the Kirtan led by Srila Prabhupada, so chant along. I'm not sure if we're going to have a japa class at the end after the final credits, but if we are, stick on for that. Otherwise, we're going to carry on and preach this Krishna consciousness movement for all of our benefits. Haribol. All glories to Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Let us offer our respectful obeisances to all the assembled Vaishnava devotees. Vanchakalpa tarubhyascha kripa sindubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo namo namaham. I offer my respectful obeisances. We all offer our respectful obeisances unto all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord, who can fulfill the desires of everyone, just like desire trees, and who are full of compassion for the fallen souls. Thanks, everybody, for participating in this reading and discussion. Thank you, Vishwakarma Prabhu in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. And we have Pierangelo in Italy, not in Italy, but in Switzerland. Bhaktin Veronica in Italy, Dharma Bhavara in Texas, Rupa Goswami Prabhu in Bombay, Krishna Kata in San Diego, and Madame Rochisa Devi Dasi dans les Laurentides dans la belle province de Québec, Bhaktin Amber in Texas, Bhakta Vinay in South India, Shiv Narayanan Prabhu in Japan, Michael Dillon in Yuba City, California, and Forrest Temple with his beautiful Prabhupada hats in Baja California, Mexico. And everybody who participated, thank you so much for participating. Please come again tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock a.m. Pacific Standard Time, corresponding to 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern Board Time, and stay with us for a few minutes for a beautiful kirtan with the Jamaican devotees. And then I don't know if we'll be able to have the originally planned japa session, but please stay with us. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
No sound. Any sound?
Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare.